Hi everyone, I am Marina and I am a PhD student at the University of Tübingen in Germany. Today I'm taking you on a special journey back to Harvard University where I spent an amazing part of my academic journey as a visiting PhD candidate in the environmental humanities. Join me as I relive a typical day there filled with research, writing, and of course lots of coffee. Let's go! I typically started my day at 9 a.m. at the Widener Library because it doesn't open earlier. Back at home in Germany, the library I work at opens already at 8, so I'm used to starting a bit earlier, but of course this also gives me a good reason to sleep a bit longer and have a relaxed breakfast. Morning has always been my prime research time since my brain works best then. That day was especially thrilling. I received my first peer-reviewed paper back with comments. I was really excited to know that my work would be seen by actual people and not just stored on my computer. Of course, this made me also a bit nervous because it was my first paper. So I spent the day revising the article, addressing the feedback from the reviewers, which was very, very helpful. The Widener Library is definitely one of my favorite places on campus. I immediately fell in love with this place. I mean, just look at the ceiling. Inside the library, you can also find a room that houses the Gutenberg Bible and the portrait of Harry Alkins Widener, after whom the library is named. He was a Harvard graduate and a book collector whose life tragically ended aboard the Titanic. His mother, Eleanor Alkins Widener, donated the library to Harvard in his memory. What are some of your favorite libraries? I'd be interested to know. Please leave a note in the comments. During the lunch break, I walked a bit around campus. And I met this little cute guy here. There's so many squirrels on campus and they're not even shy around people. For lunch, I had a bowl from Live Alive and then I headed to Pete's for a coffee and a cookie. That's definitely one of my habits. I always need something sweet after lunch. Unfortunately, they only had an oatmeal raisin cookie left. I always thought they were kind of boring because in Germany they're not that popular, but it was so delicious. Actually, the opposite of boring. After the break, I spent a few hours working on my paper. Now that I look back at the time, I realize how privileged I was to have so much dedicated time for my research. In Germany, I'm not only doing research but also teaching classes, which I enjoy so much, but which also takes up a great deal of my time. It's interesting how often we only recognize the value of what we have once our circumstances change. Back then, I missed being involved in teaching, and at times focusing solely on research felt a bit lonely. Once I was happy with the initial revision, I printed the paper to take it home with me to work on it there. I don't know about you, but I prefer revising my written texts when I can, physically hold them, especially structural issues because it gives me a better overview when I have the text on paper in hand. Plus, it also kind of feels like I've actually produced something. In the One late afternoon, after a short break, I went to Charles River, my favorite place to go for runs, and then I walked home. Sometimes I think exercising takes up so much of my time and that I should be focusing more on my research and writing. However, I soon realized that it actually saves me time in the long run. Being physically active just makes me more energized and I think even more productive because it allows me to achieve more in less time when I return to my work. I managed to work for a few more hours on the text, and this is my attempt to talk about my work in progress. Unfortunately, I recorded without sound. I'm really sorry. I'll do better next time, I promise. So I was basically talking about how I tend to repeat myself and was wondering how to strike a good balance between providing enough guidance for the reader and avoiding too much repetition. Yeah, so that's it for the day. A glimpse into the day of a visiting researcher at Harvard. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this journey. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share. There's more to come on this channel. Thanks for watching.